Hey guys, it's me, Sharelle. Do you ever get a little song stuck in your head? That happens to me a lot. Last few days, I just keep thinking, Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. Even though the sound of it, something quite atrocious. And the word atrocious, I stop like I hit a brick wall. And I just keep thinking of all the different denominations out there who profess to be Christians. And I just felt like God was having me come to create a word, and here it is. Catholic, Baptist, Districtarian, Costal plus 45,000 others. 45,000 others. You guys, we're dropping the ball. We're supposed to be one church with Jesus at our head. I'm going to read to you 1 Corinthians chapter 12. Oh gosh, we're going to read verses 1 through 12. It won't take too long. And the message in it, hear it. Hear the message. Spread it, because I know I'm right. One body, one church. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 1 through 12. Now about the spiritual gifts, the special endowments of supernatural energy, brethren, I do not want you to be misinformed. You know that when you were heathen, you were left off after idols that could not speak habitually as impulse directed and whenever the occasion might arise. Therefore, I want you to understand that no one speaking under the power and influence of the Holy Spirit of God can ever say, Jesus be cursed. And no one can really say, Jesus is my Lord, except by and under the power and influence of the Holy Spirit. This is me talking. Holy Spirit won't divide us. Not ever. Verse 4. Now there are distinctive varieties and distributions of endowments, gifts, extraordinary powers, distinguishing certain Christians due to the power of divine grace operating in their souls by the Holy Spirit. And they vary, but the Holy Spirit remains the same. Because, me again, He's a piece of God living in us. God does not change. And there are distinctive varieties of service and ministration, but it is the same Lord who is served. And there are distinctive varieties of operation, of working to accomplish things, but it is the same God who inspires and energizes them all in all. But to each one, each person, is given the manifestation of the Holy Spirit, the evidence, the spiritual illumination of the Spirit for good and profit. To one is given in and through the Holy Spirit the power to speak a message of wisdom, and to another the power to express a word of knowledge and understanding according to the same Holy Spirit, who will not divide us. To another, wonder-working faith by the same Holy Spirit. To another, the extraordinary powers of healing by the one Spirit. To another, the working of miracles. To another, prophetic insight, the gift of interpreting the divine will and purpose. To another, the ability to discern and distinguish between the utterances of true spirits and false ones. To another, various kinds of unknown tongues. To another, the ability to interpret such tongues. All these gifts, achievements, and abilities are inspired and brought to pass by one and the same Holy Spirit, who apportions to each person individually exactly as he chooses. For just as the body is a unity and yet has many parts, and all the parts, though many, form only one body, so it is with Christ, the Messiah, the Anointed One. He's at our head. We all gather under Him, His thoughts, His ways, They're right in here, are what we follow. All the other is man-made doctrine, you guys. And it's thrown a wrench in our works. I'm going to stop with 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 8 and 9. Finally, all of you should be of one and the same mind, united in spirit, sympathizing with one another, loving each other as brethren of one household, compassionate and courteous, tender-hearted and humble. Never return evil for evil or insult for insult, scolding, tongue-lashing, berating, but on the contrary, blessing, praying for their welfare, happiness and protection, and truly pitying and loving them. For that to this you have been called, that you may yourselves inherit a blessing from God, that you may obtain a blessing as heirs, bringing welfare and happiness and protection. Not only to we who believe, you guys, that is our call to go out into the world and do the same. One big happy. We can do it. Put down that doctrine. Let's get on board with God. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.